In this video and workbook, we're going to talk about your marketing material, your sales and promotional material, and what you need to do and to create to sell yourself properly. You probably already have a few things already if you're already working in the industry, but we've talked about brand before, and now is a good time to take a look at how that translates into all your marketing material. So what do you need to sell yourself? Well, first of all, I highly recommend you get an electronic press kit. And what is that, you might ask? Well, it's simply a place online where you have a digital box with all your information. So in there you've got your biography, your photographs, audio, video, reviews, testimonials, press releases, information about upcoming events, tours, everything that you've got coming up. So what's great about that is by having that up to date all the time, you make it easy for people to find out more about you. So see this phase that we're now discussing your sales material as a foundation for everything that you do. So later on, when you do have a particular launch coming up, you have material that is more bespoke to that launch. So this electronic press kit, you could have that on your site, for instance. If you've got very heavy photos or files, you might have a show reel that's really difficult to download. Just make sure that people can access this information easily. You could have it in a Dropbox, or perhaps on the site have somewhere where they can enter a password or send an email so that someone can send this information to them. Again, this is really important, not only for journalists and the media, but again, for when you want to sell your work, you want people to find out more about you. It's also highly recommended that this press kit, that you also print it so that you've got it in print as well. You might not need printed photographs, but at least have that material also handy for when you go out and you meet with people. When it comes to photos, don't forget that they have to be high resolution and both portrait and landscape. This is very, very important for when you want those photos to appear in program books or in the media, that they have various forms and shapes to choose between. And a tip of advice is when you save them with your name and the credit of the photographer. And the photographer will be really pleased, and your name will always be correctly spelled. It's just an inside tip to do that. You might also, as part of your sales material, want something to draw people in. Let's say you have created something online, and if you haven't, maybe this is something you want to look into. You might want to create online courses, masterclasses, tutorials, and there are actually many ways that you can create extra income streams online today. And that should definitely be part of your sales material. And to draw people into those places, you should have a landing page, which is called an opt-in page, where basically you capture people's email addresses. And what you can do, if you have a website, for instance, you can upload it to a place called Kajabi. So on New Kajabi, when people come to your site, what's really great is not only can they read all about you that you've uploaded there, but you can also integrate whole email systems, again, all your online products and services that you want to sell to the people that are coming, and also have interesting videos and show reels that you want to show people who come to the site. So New Kajabi is a great site for this, perfect for us in the performing arts, again, because it's very, very visual. Another thing that you can use for your sales material is also a place called Patreon, and that is a subscription model site where you can upload your content and people can subscribe to get your material every week and month, depending on what you decide to do. And I mention these things because when we talk about your sales material, it's easy to think about the things that you might want to have when you're out meeting with people. Print material, hard copy. It could be a CD, it could be a leaflet, it could be a booklet. It could really be anything that you want to give people in person. But the digital side, especially when it comes to sales and marketing, is growing exponentially right now. So if you haven't already, build that into your sales strategy and make sure either your sales material appears on various platforms, or create a pathway for when people come to your sites or they meet you in person, you have somewhere to send them so that they then can access all your information. So it's really about having a clear direction and also a clear objective with your sales material. What is it actually that you are selling? Another really important thing to include, especially when you're out networking and you're meeting with people, festival organizers or industry professionals, they really want to know more about you and what you can offer. So the clearer your material is, the better. So just don't sell something in general, but when you do have specific launches or things to sell, make sure that you've got something great to present that with technical specifications, price list, and that should also go into your sales material as part of your foundation. Again, so that people know who you are, what you're selling, what makes you unique, and what makes them, why should they buy from you? Since we're working in the creative field, you might also want to be a bit creative with your sales material. Why not do something completely different and check into new technologies, look into what HoloLens, virtual reality, augmented reality, artificial intelligence, I might have said already, but heck, look into that as well. It's really, really great. And it will help present you in a way that people have never seen before. Let's say you want a festival organizer to come and see your particular show. And they might live in Asia, and it might be really expensive, or they might not have time to come. So what you do is you invite them for a HoloLens experience. You invite them, they have a seat at your performance, and they can actually watch it in real time, but from very far away. So that's just one great example. Another way is that you could come to them and perform as if they are in their living room and you present something there. Or you might organize some sort of a conference or a networking meeting. Today you can do that, where you invite people, and instead of just having like a normal chat room or on Skype or Zoom, where you have a normal meeting, when you want to pitch your sales material, or if you want to present what you do, you can invite people to a proper meeting, but in the virtual world. That would be a fun way to stand out. So in your sales material, make sure you include a short sentence, a short paragraph explaining and outlining what it is that is unique about you, what is your mission statement, and you can call it even your pitch. And as part of your sales strategy, I highly recommend you have a pitch to present when you go out and meet with people. So when they ask, so what do? You not only answer, okay, I'm a dancer, or I'm a singer, or I've got a performing arts venue, but actually describe a little bit more in detail exactly what it is you do and what is the difference you make and why is this important to you. Because that makes people connect with you and resonate with you if they feel that. Remember, people won't remember what you say or what you do, but they will remember how you make them feel. So congratulations, by now you should have your brand sorted, you should have all your sales material ready, and all your platforms and various channels, both online and offline, by now hopefully are all consistent and looking and feeling the same. And if they don't, look into the workbook, do the exercises. You might already have done some things and they might already be in place and others not. If so, look into them. And also a final word about this. It is easy to feel sometimes that it can become too much. Where do you start? You might feel that you don't have the time or the resources. You feel maybe that you don't have the money to spend on all of these things. But I say then start small and have a think about what you can do here and now. What is the next step? And just start there and see where it leads you. As long as you have a clear idea about who you are, where you want to go, why you're doing what you do, and have a clear intention about that, everything else will fall in line.